they will suck the nectar. Nectar means honey. They will suck the nectar from the flower. So these animals, they depend on plants for their food. They depend on plants for their food. So many animals, they will eat so all the parts of the plant. Some they will eat roots, then they will eat leaves, some they will eat grass, and some they will eat stem. They will eat all the parts of the plants, children. And next one is oxygen. Yes, we are getting oxygen from plants. We are taking air from the plants. We are breathing air from the plants. So how do these animals take oxygen? How they take oxygen? Yes, these animals, they take oxygen from plants. They take oxygen from plants only. So animals depend on plants for oxygen, for breathing purpose also. They depend on plants only. And also for hiding. Hiding means, yes, hiding behind the trees, hiding behind the bushy trees. You can see in the geographical channels and also in the geographical channels and in Animal Planet, you can see tiger or lion which is going to hunt an animal. What it will do? It will calmly, what it will do? It will hide, and it will hide behind the bushy trees. Like these bushy trees, it will hide under this, behind that big bushy trees, so that it can easily catch that animal to hunt. Yes. So how does animals also depend on plants for hiding purpose? You can see the grasshopper. Grasshopper, children, it will hide in the leaves of the green plants. Yes, you can see the grasshopper. Grasshopper will hide in the leaves of the green plants. Yes. Can you see the grasshopper? Yes. And also for building houses. So how we are living? We are building our houses. We are constructing our big houses and we are living in that. So what about animals? Can they construct their houses? Can they construct like this? No. They depend on plants. Animals depend on plants for building their houses. So you can see the birds. They take leaves of plants and also twigs of plants to build their nest. And for example, see children, tailor bird, what it will do? It will use the leaves and it will stitch the leaves to build its nest. Yes, it will build its nest by the help of the leaves. So these animals, they build their nest with the help of the plants. So animals depend on plants for their building houses also. For building their houses, they depend on plants. Yes, what are these, children? What are these? Yes, these are all the ways how these animals depend on plants. What are these? These are all the ways how does the animals depend on plants. So tell me, children, do animals survive without plants? Animals can survive without plants. What will happen if all the trees are cutted? What will happen to the animals? See here, children, if plants are not there, means animals cannot survive without the plants. Animals, they cannot survive without the plants, because in these ways animals are depending on the plants. Yes, for shelter purpose, for oxygen, for food, and also for building houses, they are depending on the plants only. If plants are not there, means what will happen? They may die. They may die. They may not get food. They may not get oxygen. If they are not there, means they will die. People, what they are doing means they are cutting so many trees for their building purpose, because they get so many things from the plants. That's why they are cutting so many trees. Yes, they are cutting so many trees. So like this, what is happening means these animals and birds, they are going to the cities for their shelter and food purpose. Which animals, they do not get food and oxygen. The food and shelter they are not getting, they are dying. So some animals are dying in need of food and shelter. So tell me, children, from up to now we have discussed animals depend on plants. Animals depend on plants. So See here, imagine that you are a squirrel. Write a paragraph that states how important the plants are for your survival. So imagine that you are a squirrel and you have to write how plants are useful in your daily life. You have to imagine as a squirrel and you have to write the answer. And write 4 sentences to state how animals depend on plants. You have to write 4 sentences how animals depend on plants. See here, for examples, holes in trees provide shelter to many snakes. Holes in trees provide shelter to many snakes. Holes in trees provide shelter to many snakes. You have to write how they provide shelter to snakes. And also plants also depend on animals. Do you agree? Give reasons. Yes, we have discussed plants also depend on animals. How? You have to write that answer. Okay, thank you children.